Understanding your worth is a transformative journey that can redefine how you see yourself and the world around you. When you truly know your worth, you anchor yourself in a place of unwavering confidence and self-belief. This awareness isn't born from arrogance or a sense of superiority. Instead, it is rooted in the recognition that you, like everyone else, have inherent value and unique qualities that deserve to be honored. The world often tries to dictate our worth through external measures, job titles, physical appearances, social status, or the validation of others. But these fleeting indicators can never capture the essence of who we are. Knowing your worth begins with an internal dialogue, a quiet acknowledgement of your strengths, passions, and the irreplaceable energy you bring to every interaction. It means understanding that your worth is not conditional. It does not depend on how others treat you or whether you meet societal expectations. When you understand your worth, you naturally develop a clearer sense of what you will and will not tolerate. It becomes easier to identify situations, relationships, or environments that diminish your sense of self. Whether it's a disrespectful friendship, a toxic work environment, or a pattern of behavior that doesn't align with your values, knowing your worth gives you the clarity and strength to walk away. This is not an act of selfishness, but of self-preservation. You cannot thrive in spaces that consistently undermine your confidence or self-esteem. Knowing your worth also equips you to set boundaries. These boundaries act as a protective framework, ensuring that your time, energy, and emotional well-being are respected. When you enforce these boundaries, you send a clear message not just to others, but to yourself that your needs and feelings matter. This doesn't mean you will never face challenges or conflicts, but it does mean that you approach them from a place of strength and self-assurance. It is important to remember that understanding your worth is not a static achievement, but an ongoing process. Life will inevitably test your resolve, presenting you with situations that challenge your sense of self. During these moments, it is vital to revisit the core truths about who you are and what you deserve. By doing so, you reaffirm your worth and protect your peace of mind. Lastly, knowing your worth is contagious. When you carry yourself with confidence and self-respect, you inspire others to do the same. Your actions become a silent testament to the power of self-awareness and dignity. You show others that it is possible to live authentically, prioritize your well-being, and still engage meaningfully with the world. This is a gift not just to yourself, but to everyone around you. Knowing your worth is one of the most powerful realizations a person can have. It is the cornerstone of self-respect and the guiding principle behind making decisions that honor your values and dignity. When you know your worth, you carry yourself with confidence, not because you feel superior to others, but because you understand your intrinsic value. This understanding shapes how you perceive yourself, interact with others, and approach life's challenges. In a world where validation often comes from external sources, it is easy to lose sight of your worth. Social media, societal expectations, and the opinions of others can cloud your sense of self. Many people base their value on how others treat them or on superficial markers such as wealth, physical appearance, or achievements. However, true worth is not something that can be granted or taken away by external forces. It resides within you, independent of external circumstances. Understanding your worth begins with self-awareness. It requires you to take a step back and reflect on your strengths, values, and unique qualities. It is about acknowledging both your achievements and your flaws, recognizing that they all contribute to the complex, valuable individual you are. When you cultivate this awareness, you develop a deeper appreciation for yourself. This appreciation isn't rooted in perfection, but in authenticity, the ability to embrace yourself fully, just as you are. Knowing your worth naturally leads to higher standards in your relationships and interactions. When you understand your value, you become less willing to settle for treatment that diminishes your self-esteem. You recognize when someone's behavior, words, or actions do not align with the respect you deserve. This awareness gives you the strength to walk away from toxic relationships, manipulative dynamics, or situations that do not serve your growth. Walking away is not an act of weakness or defeat. It is a declaration of your self-worth and an act of courage. It shows that you prioritize your peace of mind and well-being over the temporary comfort of staying in a situation that doesn't align with your values. This understanding also enables you to set clear boundaries. Boundaries are an essential tool for protecting your emotional and mental health. They define what is acceptable and unacceptable in your interactions with others. By enforcing boundaries, you create an environment where mutual respect thrives. It is not about keeping people out, but about creating space for healthy and meaningful connections. When you respect your own boundaries, you teach others to respect them too. Walking away from situations or people that undermine your worth is not always easy. It often requires difficult decisions and moments of self-doubt. There may be a fear of being misunderstood or judged. You may question whether you are doing the right thing. However, the act of walking away is a profound affirmation of your values and self-respect. It sends a message to yourself and to the world that you will not tolerate being treated as less than you are. Respecting yourself by knowing when to walk away is also a form of self-love. Self-love is not about being self-centered or egotistical. It is about caring for your own needs and prioritizing your well-being. When you love yourself, you give yourself permission to let go of what doesn't serve you. You trust that by leaving negative situations behind, you are making room for something better. This trust is rooted in faith in yourself, your abilities, and the opportunities that lie ahead. The cost of staying in situations that do not honor your worth is significant. Over time, these situations can erode your confidence and sense of self. They can create a cycle of self-doubt, making it harder to recognize and act on your value. This is why walking away, even when it is challenging, is an essential act of self-preservation. It is a way of reclaiming your power and ensuring that you remain true to yourself. Knowing your worth does not mean you will never face challenges or difficult decisions. Life is full of moments that test your resolve and push you to reevaluate your boundaries. However, when you have a strong sense of self-worth, you are better equipped to navigate these moments with clarity and resilience. You approach challenges from a place of strength, knowing that your value is not diminished by the opinions or actions of others. Finally, when you respect yourself and walk away from what doesn't align with your worth, you inspire others to do the same. Your actions serve as a powerful example of the importance of self-respect and the courage it takes to prioritize your well-being. By honoring your own worth, you encourage others to reflect on their own and to make decisions that align with their values and dignity. In the end, knowing your worth is not just about how you treat yourself, it is about how you allow the world to treat you. It is a statement of your belief in your own value and a commitment to living a life that reflects that belief. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that doesn't serve your growth or honor your worth. In doing so, you create a life that is not only fulfilling, but also deeply aligned with who you are. Respecting yourself is one of the most profound ways to honor your existence and create a life of authenticity, peace, and fulfillment. It begins with understanding your inherent worth, recognizing that your value is not determined by external factors such as others' opinions, societal expectations, or material success. Instead, it is intrinsic to who you are, shaped by your unique qualities, strengths, and experiences. Knowing your worth allows you to navigate the world with confidence and purpose, shaping the way you interact with others and the choices you make. Many people struggle with understanding their value, often because society encourages comparison and external validation. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek approval from others, whether it's through grades, job titles, or social recognition. While external acknowledgement can feel rewarding, it is fleeting and insufficient as a foundation for true self-worth. Realizing your value requires looking inward and embracing the entirety of who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, triumphs, and failures. It is about accepting yourself unconditionally and recognizing that your worth does not need to be earned, it simply exists. When you understand your worth, you naturally begin to set boundaries in your life. These boundaries are not about building walls to keep others out, but about creating a safe space where your needs, emotions, and well-being are respected. Boundaries communicate to others how you expect to be treated and demonstrate that you hold yourself in high regard. They ensure that your relationships are based on mutual respect rather than compromise or exploitation. Setting and maintaining boundaries can be challenging, especially when others resist or misunderstand them. However, doing so is a powerful act of self-respect and an essential step toward creating a life aligned with your values. Respecting yourself also involves making difficult decisions, such as walking away from situations, relationships, or environments that do not honor your worth. This is often easier said than done. There is a natural human tendency to cling to familiarity even when it is harmful. Fear of the unknown, feelings of guilt, or a desire to avoid conflict can make it difficult to leave situations that no longer serve you. However, staying in such situations comes at a high cost. Over time, they can erode your self-esteem, sap your energy, and hinder your growth. Walking away is not an act of giving up, it is an act of choosing yourself. It is a declaration that you value your peace of mind and well-being over the temporary comfort of staying in a situation that diminishes you. Walking away requires courage and clarity. It means trusting yourself and believing that you deserve better. This trust is essential because the decision to walk away often comes with uncertainty. You may not know what lies ahead or whether the choice will lead to immediate improvement. However, trusting in your worth allows you to face this uncertainty with resilience. It enables you to let go of what no longer aligns with your values, creating space for new opportunities and healthier connections to enter your life. Respecting yourself is not only about setting boundaries or walking away from negativity, it is also about cultivating self-love and self-care. Self-love involves treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and understanding that you would offer to a close friend. It means prioritizing your needs and taking the time to nurture your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Self-care practices, whether they involve spending time in nature, pursuing a passion, or seeking therapy, are ways of reinforcing your commitment to yourself. They remind you that you are deserving of care and attention, not just from others, but also from yourself. One of the most significant challenges in respecting yourself is dealing with societal pressures and expectations. Society often promotes the idea that self-worth is tied to external achievements or the approval of others. This can create a cycle of striving for validation and feeling inadequate when it is not received. Breaking free from this cycle requires shifting your focus inward and redefining success on your own terms. It involves recognizing that your value is not dependent on meeting external standards, but on living authentically and in alignment with your values. Another challenge is the fear of judgment or rejection. When you stand up for yourself, set boundaries, or walk away from toxic situations, you may face criticism or misunderstanding from others. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries or who are uncomfortable with change may try to make you feel guilty or question your decisions. In these moments, it is essential to remind yourself of your worth and stay true to your principles. Respecting yourself often means choosing temporary discomfort over long-term unhappiness.